we're always in the right place and you are always on the right path.
So I know that cooking has been, I mean, cooking is about a part of every family,
Yeah.
but it's in some ways maybe in your DNA because it's been a part of the family for a very long time.
Yes.
Especially being in a farm, having a
Right.
farm, cooking is not just ham going down to the grocery store. There's a whole entire ecosystem where it's one thing to say, I eat farm to table. It's another thing to be at the farm and have it at your table.
Yeah.
So tell us about those dynamics of food culture as you're kind of growing up and maybe in the really back of the head at that point.
Yeah, I think, well, the food is really good. Like, a true farm egg is this amazing orange color and fresh chicken tastes incredible. So, and we grow all of our own vegetables. And back to the work of it, I mean, we would just like, okay, today we're going to go plow the field. And as a family, we would go and plow the field and we would plant the seeds and then we would take care of it. I really didn't like weeding, but I would do it. My uncle, he's like, let's do this. And he'd tell stories while we did it. So it was good. But the food was really tasty, and I was intrigued by cooking early on. When I would go to my grandmother's house, she'd be like, "What do you want to do?" And I never wanted to watch TV or play a game. I'd want to cook something, and she'd get out one of her big cookbooks and say, "Well, pick a recipe, and we'll make something together." And what a gift from her! But that's what we would do together, and I really loved it. So I always had that drive. I never thought I would be in the restaurant business, never thought I would go into food. I always wanted to be an entrepreneur. I did know that from an early age. I wanted to have my own business. In fact, this is funny, but my great uncle died when I was 10, so I was young. But when I was really young, he had the first mercantile store in Sandy Springs. And I didn't know this until later in life when I found some articles that my aunt had. And I was like, wow, he was a shopkeeper, he was a retailer. And I didn't even know that, but we would play in the basement. I would make him get a basket and he would go around the basement and put hammers and nails and different things in it. And then I still have his cash register. It sits on my desk in my office and it was like the punch button and the this kind. But he would bring the basket and I would pull everything out and ring him up. So I was like a retailer from 5 years old, 6 years old.
I love that.
Who knew? I never knew that would be my path, but the thing I'll say about that too is we're always in the right place and you are always on the right path.
Hmm.
If you just listen to yourself, like try to really stay focused on your own compass, and it's fascinating where it will go. Because I wound up working in the restaurant business just to put myself through college. I needed to earn money, and that was what I was interested in. I tried to wait tables. I did that for a month, and I'm like, I am not cut out for this. And I went to the manager and I said, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm gonna give you my notice. And he came back to me the next day and he said, well, the owners really like you and they want you to stay. What would you like to do? I mean, talk about a gift. Here's this person who saw something in me that maybe I didn't even see in myself yet. She saw my value in the business because I showed up on time. I worked, even though I wasn't enjoying it, I did my job. And so I said, I want to be in the kitchen. And they said, okay. And that was the beginning of my professional cooking journey. And
What?
I had so like those roads, I had no idea that this path was leading me to now my 31-year-old retail business. But I was on that path for a long time before I knew it.